Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be playing The Sims 4, and it's actually a speed build, as you can see. We're moving very fast in this video today. So, I wanted to just build something, just to take my mind off of things that have been going on lately. And, I thought it'd be kind of cool to just, instead of build a shell and then, like, construct a floor plan from there, I thought it would be kind of cool just to kind of, like, sit back and just do one room at a time and kind of do it that way, and then just like put all the pieces together and see what we get. So that's what we're doing today, is just like building one room at a time and then constructing a house that way. So right now, as you see, I'm currently creating the porch, which I originally lifted it up and I was going to put stairs in and stuff like that, and it ended up not, like, the tile and stuff. I mean, it looked really good. Like, the railings and stuff looked really good and stuff like that, as you can see. But unfortunately, I couldn't find, like, a floor for the porch that would match the stairs. Maybe I didn't look hard enough, but I ended up just lowering it back down to a height where the Sims could just, you know, walk up and step up, and then they're in the house. So then and once you get into the house, the little room that we currently are looking at, that'll be the living room space. So literally what I did was I just went in and I kind of decided, like, okay, what do I want to do with the space? And we literally just furnished it, put everything in it, and then once it was furnished and like the wallpaper was up and everything, then we moved on to the next room of the house and stuff like that. So that's kind of like how this build is going today and stuff like that. But I thought it was something fun to do, and originally I recorded it and I was talking on my headset, and I was like talking as I was going, and we was talking about like how I like doing the windows the way I just did and stuff like that, and like what I think is best and stuff like that. Like, I was actually being very like interactive as I was building, and I wasn't paying attention to time when I was recording, and I actually ended up taking like maybe almost 2 hours. Like, I think this whole video itself is like an hour and 47 minutes or something like that. So that's why I shortened it down and I sped it up, and it's sped up all the way. So that way it's only like a 12-minute video today, because it's like I did not foresee myself posting a video that's like an hour long. I feel like nobody's going to want to sit through that and listen to me babble for a whole hour. I think my voice is only tolerable for like 12 or 13 minutes at a time. But yeah, so we furnished the living room, and we just kind of just used random. There was no specific theme or anything for like the living room and stuff like that. It was just literally like grab what when I build in The Sims 4 and I furnish and stuff like that. First of all, I have a terrible habit of not decorating, so I thought that this would be a perfect like exercise for me to like actually take the time to like decorate, make sure that I have end tables, and make sure I have lamps and picture frames and lighting and all that type of stuff. Normally when I build a room, I'm more in a hurry just to get it done so I can actually like put a sim in it and play the actual game a little bit. So it's like, you know, I don't think about pictures on the walls or flowers or coffee tables or anything like that. So this was actually kind of nice to just take a minute and just be like, okay, I'm gonna actually just focus on that for a little bit. But yeah, so the house itself ends up coming out into like a weird shape, because I made it. I guess you consider it pretty much a starter home, because it's gonna be a single bedroom, and it's got a living room, a kitchen, a dining area, and then off the other hall, that's where the bedroom and bathroom are. So it's like it's only meant for like one person. Uh, there's not a whole lot of space, but there is a double bed in the bedroom, so I guess you could say two Sims could live here. But at least there's a lot of room on the lot that you could build off of it. You know, if you wanted to, you could build a kid's room or whatever. But for the sake of the build, I did what I did. But yeah, I just kind of sat back and just did that for 2 hours, and I didn't even realize it had taken that long. Like, the time flew by real quick. Like, I wasn't focusing on time at all. Normally when I'm recording, you know, prior to me buying my headset and stuff like that, and being able to just screen record like everybody else, normally I would record my voice on my phone. So after a certain point, it would tell me, oh, your memory's running low. We had to cut the file in half. And usually that would be like 30 minutes in, about like 30 minutes, 25, 30 minutes. So like I would know like, oh, I'm already 30 minutes in. We need to wrap things up and finish the episode. But I don't have that anymore. So it's like I lost time very easily. And yeah, it's just it was fun, but at the same time, it's like, oh my God, I can't believe I took that long to do something like this. Because I mean, once you see that it's done, it's like, oh, it took you that long to do that, but it's like I actually focused on each room individually and just kind of try to make it look as nice as possible. And you know, move objects was obviously a big help in today's episode because sometimes there was things that it's just like, I don't know about that. But so this is the kitchen dining area. I kind of combined the two, and I mean, it's just it is what it is. There's not really much to say about it, but I needed to take a chance and just sit back and just do something that didn't require a whole lot of brain power because I've been going through a lot of things this last couple days, weeks, months. I mean, you know, I've said it before in previous episodes that this year has not been a really good year for me, depression wise and stuff like that. There's just been a lot going on, and to add to the, um, I wouldn't say not to add to the stress, but to add to the problems. My grandmother hasn't been doing too good. She hasn't been really feeling too well and stuff like that. So I've been more focused on making sure that she's okay and stuff like that. And now that I live an hour away from her, it's I feel bad that I'm not there every day to see her and stuff like that. But you know, I'm doing what I can to, you know, be helpful in that department. But I just needed something to take my mind off of it for like, you know, obviously 2 hours. Um, but yeah, so I put the haunted mirror down from Sacrificial mod in the bathroom. So like, you know, your Sims could do your like morning makeup and then accidentally like summon a demon that will come and kill you. And if you haven't played with the haunted mirror mod from Sacrificial, I recommend that you download it and mess around with it. It's really cool. It's really fun. It's been around for a while. It's not a new mod by any means. Um, but yeah, it's surprisingly the speed build's going by much faster than the actual build itself. But for the bathroom, I didn't really go all out in the bathroom. I could have done more. I feel like I could have done a lot more, but I did what I did. And for some reason, I went with a lot of dark colors. Like the wallpapers and stuff, um, it was a lot of greens and blues and I think purple. Like those were the colors that I used. But like the furniture and stuff, I used a lot of like dark wood colors and like blacks and stuff like that. Like that's what I used for this build. And I don't know why. Like I didn't I didn't really think much about it. I was just like, oh, this looks good and this looks good. Well, we'll make it work. But yeah, it's just been one of those times, you guys, where it's just like I sometimes I just want to sit down and just scream really loud. And luckily, I was able to take a couple days off from work and stuff like that and just decompress and clear my mind and kind of like take in everything that's been happening. And I truly believe that that was a huge help to my health a little bit because now I feel 10 times better. I still feel, you know, upset, but it's like I feel better. So, but there's the house. There's the build. That's pretty much what it is. And then I was very happy with how the house turned out, like the shape of the house and stuff like that, and the roofing and stuff like that. I thought I was gonna have a hard time doing the hallways, but with the diagonal pieces, it was like really, really easy. I don't know why I was so worried about it. Um, but I'm still learning how to do like roofing and stuff like that. Like that's kind of not new to me, but it's like getting it to mesh up right and look right. I'm still learning, and clearly you can see that in this build because it's like, yeah, it just don't look right. But I would say with this build, everything went fine with focus. Like the whole purpose was just to take each piece and focus on it. And originally I was intending on like doing each piece separately and then like putting them together like a puzzle piece, but then I did the hallways which connected everything. So next time I do a build, I think that's what I'm going to do is like I'm going to literally build each room separately on the lot and then we'll move them and just kind of like put it together that way and just see what happens. But this was kind of like a test run to see like how well that would work. And then I decided to explore a little bit when landscaping and I went into debug mode, and that's when I kind of lost my sanity a little bit and started just like playing around with ideas like making a driveway and stuff like that. And little did I know when I was making this driveway, it's not lined up at all. I mean, you can see it. It's not lined up to the road to like the sidewalk or anything like that. It's literally like if your car was to back up, there's a hydrant. And looking back on, looking back and editing, it's like I could see the hydrant right away, and it's like, holy crap, how did I miss that? Like, how did I think I spent like a good maybe 10 or 15 minutes like deciding how I want the driveway to look and like what cars I wanted in it, and it was like I never once noticed that right there you could see it. There's a hydrant, and it doesn't even match, like it doesn't even line up with the sidewalk or anything. So that's where things kind of started to spiral out of control. And then I kind of got carried away with this brick fence, which I do like this brick wall thing. Like I wish we had this already available. Like I don't know why we need to type in the debug cheat to have this or any of this stuff, to be honest. But yeah, and then for some reason I did like half the lot with the wall, and then I like stopped and was like, okay, I'm done. And then I'm like, well, no, it needs to look even in front, because it doesn't look even at all. So I went back and I put the wall up on the other side, but I didn't go around and connect it with the other piece. I kind of janked it up. But that's what that is, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know this is a very fast video, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like down below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!